Hello and welcome to Modesto Junior College as the Modesto Pirates are set to face off against the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. I'm Levi Flores along with Justin Flores. Thank you for joining us on the NCS TV pregame show, the Summer Camp Basketball, pregame show. Coming into this one, the Modesto Pirates coming in at 3-2 while the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons at 0-3.
Well, the Falcons want to get a first victory. They'd like nothing more than to do it here in Modesto. They like to throw the ball, so we're looking forward to seeing some high-flying football action here today.
Modesto, one of the highest-ranked teams in the state of California for junior colleges anyway, and excited to see what they can bring to the field against this West Hills-Coalinga team. And there'll be more pregame show right after the national anthem here at Modesto Junior College on NorCal Sports TV. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp pregame show. Once again, Levi Flores and Justin Flores joining you at Modesto Junior College. Modesto, the team number 12 in the state for junior colleges in football. They were up there ranked number 5 when they played the City College of San Francisco. But when City College of San Francisco beat Modesto, they rose in the ranks, and Modesto fell down to about 10, which they were previously ranked last week before they then lost to the College of San Mateo, who is currently ranked number 1. So they did lose to 2 of the major teams in the state of California, but now they're sitting pretty at 12. And then the coaches poll, so you have the state poll where the state actually ranks them, but then the coaches poll where they say, hey, this is what we actually think they are. They're ranked up one more to number 11, and they were previously ranked at 8. So after that loss to San Mateo, they're sitting somewhere from around 8 to 12.
Yeah, Modesto definitely wants to protect the house here, and it's awesome to know that they are in a ranked format. And but I'll tell you, West Hills-Coalinga, with no victory under their belt, have nothing to lose but to come out and play their all and maybe put some drives together to try to get a victory. And, of course, Modesto needs to protect the home field advantage and their rankings and possibly move up even more as they inch their way closer toward the end of the season.
This is the first conference game for both of these teams. Modesto playing West Hills-Coalinga, of course. Then they'll play Reedley, Fresno City, Sacramento City, and then the College of Sequoias. And this is a very tough conference, as Modesto, playing all those teams, almost half of them are ranked as well. So it's a tough division for them.
Nice 19-yard pickup to start the game for the kick returner. Number 6, Daquan Green, West Hills-Coalinga. So with all that information now and knowing the importance of this game, no matter who it is that you are playing, coming into this thing, being the first conference game, it's win. Win, win, win for either team.
All 3 of the Falcons' losses this year, when we take a look, Chabot was their first game. That happened on September 25th. They had 2 other games scheduled before that against Diablo Valley and Sierra, although those were postponed, most likely due to COVID, as we see Jace Holt out here throwing on the first play, but overthrowing number 9, Jared Matchett.
Yeah, I remember we mentioned there early on here that there was going to be a lot of balls in the air. They love to pass the ball. If they can connect on those passes with the number of attempts and possible yards that they could have had those passes been caught, West Hills-Coalinga could easily be walking into this game 3-0.
Holt in the gun, having those split backs, the wing T with multiple receivers out there. They only average 37 rushing yards a game, as we see their first rush going 1-1 to start the game.
Yeah, just trying to get on the inside, make something happen, get a feel for what Modesto has here. Of course, Modesto being a ranked team, they've seen all the films. They've lost 3 straight. West Hills coming into this game looking to see what they might be able to do. Try to run that balanced offense, but we do know just based on history, they do like to put the ball in the air a lot.
3 receivers to the left side for Holt, 1 to the right. MJC showing a 4-man blitz as Holt moves his running back out to the right side.
Over 54 yards for the total in that series was wonderful. They almost made it look too easy. And we're seeing very quickly here why Modesto Junior College is a ranked team in the state. The amount of discipline, the players' attitudes, the passes, the runs, quick to get back into formation. Captains leading their teams, defense already ready.
The Falcons had 1 yard on their first drive before they had to punt. It came from a rush, unable to complete any of the passes that they threw downfield. So we'll see what their options are on their second drive, starting from the same place. 1st and 10 for Jace Holt and the rest of the Falcons offense. Rolling right side, has a receiver in the hands, but down for a gain of nothing, straight at the line of scrimmage.
Holt's got a nice arm. He throws it solid, spiral. A couple of misfires on their first series, maybe some first quarter jitters. But that one in the hands, unfortunately, here in college, when you're down, if you're not touched, you're still down.
Holt taking his time, Gets the defense to jump. There's the flag. Has a free play down the left sideline, and the receiver gives up on that one as the defender, Dawson Booker, was there.
Modesto on the long snap bit. A couple of players jumped, and as you said, it was a free play. And there again, another great pass by Holt, just a little too far out of the reach of the intended receiver. Receiver was running. Just needs to work on getting his targets met. As we now know, after watching him throw a few, he can throw. If he just meets his targets, this could be a threatening West Hills-Coalinga team.
Throwing again, right side. That one's caught close to the first down and taken out a little bit late, but a nice tackle by Kyle Jackson, who will stop them just shy of a first down.
Yeah, nice catch by Conti here from Holt. As you see, another big strike, put right where it needed to be. He was running as he turned.
Close to the first down marker. They're marking it just inches, and no, now they move it. First down for West Hills-Coalinga.
He needed 5, and they said he got 5 and a tip of a football as it's sitting there on the field, literally the tip on the line. A little bit of a benefit there for the Falcons in their second drive here for the first quarter.
Handoff straight up the gut, getting the yardage he needs because he's finally taken down by Dawson Booker in the center, but first gaining about 7.
Yeah, very nice run there. If you see on the replay here, you'll see the push from the offensive line going left, right, some misdirection. It gave him that room, the hole. Put the pedal to the metal and just ran until somebody knocked him down. That was a very nice run.
Holt calling the play as he's getting the call from the sideline. Nobody in the backfield but Holt. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Holt in some trouble. 3 Pirates are there, and he sends it to the sideline, but actually has a receiver that's caught. And a gain of nothing, but a huge play for the Modesto defense, getting in there, making sure Holt wasn't going to do anything. And see the block there from number 70 from the Falcons.
I was going to say that block on number 70 there, Devin Delgado, is what gave him just an extra second or two, but the Modesto defense is so strong that it was the players coming in behind him that was able to put the pressure on Holt, but he still got that pass off like a magician over to number 13, Conti. Kind of saved the play a little bit here.
Holt is going to have some protection in the backfield now as Conti joins him, as well as Peyton Bradford, it looks like, on his left side. Excuse me, that's Isaiah Thompson. And the Falcons just taking their time on the field.
Got some form of an official timeout, but the players are not meeting.
Looks like a little bit of a clock issue. It's right now saying 70 minutes. So West Hills-Coalinga, on September 25th, it was their first game against Chabot. They lost 28-16, then went over to Siskiyou and played them, lost 31-7. And then they played at Shasta the following week, which was last week, and lost 35-21. So they know they could put up points. They could play some defense. But, you know, against a tough Modesto team, you have to work a little bit harder than some of those other teams that aren't ranked, because number 12 in the state that has, 70 football teams playing, that's really good for Modesto to be here.
Modesto's going to make you work. If you're going to try to beat them, they're going to make you work for it. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
Falcons finally taking the snap, and the Modesto defense meets him for maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah, Isaiah really wanted those 2 yards to get that first down after that extended little timeout here because of a clock issue. Unfortunately, Modesto was waiting. They were actually showing rush. They had their linebackers ready. I think they knew what West Hills was going to bring in. They sniffed it out, stopped them, and now a turnover on a punt here. And Modesto will get the ball back.
4th and 2, and max protection on the punt for the Falcons. And another huge booming punt sends it way over the punt returner's head. as Jacob De Jesus is back in his own end zone, nearly taken down for a safety, trying to fight to stay alive. He finds the left sideline and finally taken out at about the 8.
Risky move, picking that up to run with it, and I'm sure the coaches will have some discussion with him. It made for an exciting play, especially for the West Hills faithful here who were hoping to possibly see a safety there. But getting out of there and getting to the point where he did took a lot of guts, a lot of effort, a lot of strength, and a lot of courage to even attempt it.
A flag went down on the field late after he was down.
Maybe a little bit of chatter, some unsportsmanlike conduct or something down in there.
And they're going to wave off that flag, so Modesto will have it at the 10-yard line. Campiotti in the pistol. Option to the right side, taking it himself, taking down a defender, and a gain of a few yards.
Yeah, literally only a few. It's the fact that he got a few is pretty fortunate for him. He didn't have a lot of blocking there, and he just kind of ran right into a wall of Falcons there.
Going to say he gained 7-8 yards on that carry. This time hands it off, gives it to the running back, who pushes through for a first down.
Thanks to the offensive line, that pretty much gave him a wall that he ran behind, picking up the extra yardage they needed to get that first down. As you see, literally just following behind his men as he was designed to do, trying to get at least on the outside to surprise him.
Man in motion right to left. Campiotti has the option, hands it off to the back, and he's breaking free straight through the middle, and that is Jacob De Jesus, who finds his way into the end zone for a Modesto touchdown.
My goodness, what a run. Surprising even the defense going the opposite way. De Jesus, out of man. Number 24.
24, Titus Riney.
From Gregory High School in Modesto.
One more look at this one. You see him in the pistol, and he just has the option of taking himself to the left side. He looked to see if he had the hole. He didn't, so he hands it off to the back. One blocker with him, following him all the way down the right side. And Titus Riney doing all the work for Modesto in this drive.
Yeah, as you see, if it wasn't for the quarterback faking like he had the ball, that's what threw and drew a couple of the defenders his way.
Odd formation going for a 2-point conversion. Throwing to the right side, caught, fighting his way through, takes one big hit and into the end zone to convert for 2 points. That is number 82, Nico Mendoza, the freshman receiver out of Sierra. One more look at that one. Just fighting his way through, one big hit there. But you can't just hit him. You got to wrap him up, take him down.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to take more than a shoulder hit to just stop him and literally stop him. Might slow him down, but that's about it.
We'll take a look at the first Modesto touchdown as well. Take 2 looks, 1-2, and here from the first drive, fighting straight through, hitting the line. And that one was good for 6. This one good for 6, but a 2-point conversion on this one. 15-0 here on NorCal Sports TV. McHenry Village, quality, style, and selection. It is simply a matter of taste. Wonderful shops, fine dining, and more in a garden setting. A tradition of excellence since 1953. McHenry Village in Modesto.
Always love getting a cup of coffee and a pastry from the bakery that's located there at the McHenry Village. Wonderful place to visit and to sit with friends.
Falcons eager to get back to work, already out on the field, as Modesto staying in the huddle.
Yeah, you kind of want West Hills to put a nice drive together and a good series. After we've seen them the first couple of times, we know the quarterback can throw the ball if he can just find the target and just narrow down the throws a little bit. Modesto is just a powerhouse of a ball club.
Kick returner finding his way right side, and he gets near the 25 before being slaughtered down by a group of Pirates.
Yeah, you started at the 5. Getting to near 25 is a pretty decent run back.
That was Iverson Brazil. Pirates making sure that the Falcon is down on the ground, and he can't get anywhere else. Here he goes again. Jace Holt, freshman quarterback. He's played all 3 games. He has 66 completions on 105 attempts, 707 yards, 235 a game, efficiency rating of 124, which is just about average in the JC level, as he completes this pass on the right side for a huge gain of about 10.
I really like how he throws the ball. He's got great form. His offensive line gives him just enough time. He could probably use a little bit more time, but finding his open receiver and passing it when it's necessary is his is what it is that he needs to focus on. On that one, on the short passes, he seems to find them quick, but once they get a little long, he just can't quite hit the target. But that was a great little pass there.
One play and getting the first down, looking good in this drive for Holt and the rest of the offensive team for the Falcons.
Daquan Green, his receiver last, out of Texas, playing here in California.
Throwing right side again, another receiver wide open, and he nears that first down marker.
And that's the one he normally throws to. Preston Conti seems to be the one that catches most of his throws. And as you see again here, look at the form. Turn, hop, throw. It was there. He's got it. If his receivers catch it and they can turn and burn and get 6 or 7 yards on every play, no different than a running game that gets you 6 or 7 yards if you have a decent running back. To be able to do that in the air is quite impressive. But you have to be consistent. And Holt needs to be conditioned to be able to allow his arm to throw that many times.
Here he goes again, looking left first, back to the right side, caught, dodging one defender, and he's good for the first down.
Great heads-up play. Green had to hop for it, but he got it and brought it down. And again, soap-on-a-rope type throw from Holt. Pass, pass, pass. As you see him look right, quickly toss. He had to jump up for it, a little shorter than the ball was thrown, but he got it. A great play there.
They're going to mark him just inches shy of that first down marker, so back to third and about 1.
They've got the running back in there now. Isaiah Thompson. Let's see if they go to him.
Using the receivers as slots, gets the defense to jump, free play again. He gets the first down, but I would have gone for more.
Right. Yeah, at that point. Quickly look downfield and see if you can throw a strike down there. Jared Matchett that time, the receiver caught. So here we've now seen 4 plays in a row, and of course the offsides of Modesto on the hard count is going to give them that 5 yards for an automatic first down. But here it is, 4 plays in a row for West Hills. The sun has gone down, sun is setting, temps are about 74, and where they come from in West Coalinga, right now things are kind of working for them here in this series.
My question is, when will the Modesto defense catch on to this one play? They keep throwing it to the right side, and you have to assume that the defense is going to catch on eventually.
And about the time that they catch on, they'll be throwing it to the left.
Holt looking deep down the right side, in and out of the hands, and that one falls incomplete.
That's exactly what that was. It was in and out of the hands, and he wants that one back, but he may actually be hurt, too, as he came down hard after the play. We have helmets down on the line. Just tripped up.
Looks like an arm injury there, not looking good for him.
Yeah, coming down hard on his arm as he was up in the air trying to catch that ball. Took a pretty big trip down there by the defenders.
It's one of the lead receivers for the Falcons as well, Jared Matchett, freshman coming out of New Jersey. And the Falcons will stick to the run game after that incomplete pass, and he gets a gain of a few.
Isaiah Thompson is good for about a yard or two every time. That offensive line, as they push through to give him a yard, that's about their average on the run game. That's why we see the ball thrown so often by Holt, and he's got a decent arm. And finding the free man that's open seems to be working in this series. But you're right about them favoring that right side. That is a power side for Holt.
Thompson moving right to left. Holt looking to throw, in some trouble, scrambling out. And he slides down after being hit. More like while he's hit, sliding down there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 4th down again for the Falcons, bringing out their special teams unit. See him slide through the lines there, seeing he's in trouble, and having to just put it down on the ground, giving it up.
Well, the punting team comes out on the field. We've seen a couple of punts from him so far. He gets some serious hang time. I was watching him in pregame. Number 77, Tristan Valle, 6'1", 290 pounds, out of Bishop High School in Bishop, California. And if he does what he was doing in pregame and what he's done so far, take a look at this kick.
Another booming kick.
Just the hang time alone. The hang time alone allows the special teams to get down there to the catcher, to the kick returner, rather.
One more look at that one, kicking from his own territory and down at the 16-17 yard line of Modesto.
Yeah, he tried to run with it, but he had waved it off as a fair catch, and you can't do that. Once you wave and put your hand out like that, the referee's going to mark it for you.
And Campiati back out onto the field for the offense. If you look back at the 2-point conversion on the previous drive, they had in number 8, Marcus Ordunez, as we see another big run down the right side, and that's another good gain for another first down.
Nice pass there. We haven't seen much in the air from Modesto, but that pass was a complete pass and looked good.
Short pass, and that was Landon Lucas, the tight end. And another pass straight over the middle, in and out of the hands, juggling it as it falls shy.
Just a little low for him, but that play-action pass really caught the Falcons off guard.
Landon Ramos, the 6'1" freshman wide receiver out of Los Banos.
Yeah, that's one he wants back.
Straight into the pocket of his arms and his body, but the two Falcon defenders nearly stopped it, and I don't think he was ready in saying, oh, yeah, they're going to knock it down, and when it hit his hands, he goes, oh, I need to catch this now. Campiati moving his running back out. Short pass, taking a play from the Falcons playbook as he gets a first down.
A good play, another great series for Modesto, little by little bit. This is what they did in the first couple of series before they broke free for one big play for a touchdown each time. It's their third possession. In their first two, they scored touchdowns.
Anthony Frias, the second leading rusher behind Campiati.
And a hurry-up offense for Modesto here. A little run to the right side, trying to get a yard, and I think they got that plus more.
That was Frias again. He has 64 rush attempts for 332 yards, 66 yards per game on average, and 5 yards per carry. Campiati looking to throw again over the center, caught, and the defense there to stop him.
Another pass completion, though, for the Pirates. We know they do throw the ball. They have thrown it. They rely a lot on the ground, but right now in this series, they've put the ball in the air more than they have in the past. So it's a good time for them to practice those plays and to prepare for future games in the league as well.
Another run up the gut, finds a big hole. Anthony Frias for another first down.
Yeah, they're gaining big yards on the ground almost every play. Looking good here, the Pirates.
Rushing straight back to the line to get another playoff. And this time Frias is met at the line, but gaining about 3 on that one. They have an equal amount of passing and rushing, 186 yards on the ground, 166 from the air on average per game. But they also allow 436 yards. Somehow they have that winning record. And I don't know why, coming from the paper, we always look at the numbers, but it surprises me how a stat like that can exist, and they're still 3-2.
You know, we see games where you'll have a team that'll control the ball in the game clock a lot, but yet never score.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Start of the second quarter as the Modesto Junior College Pirates up 15-0 over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. A strong showing from both teams. The Falcons off to a rough start, but then coming back, getting the yardage, then giving it up again on a fourth down.
They've had a couple of positive plays. They just can't punch it into the end zone or get close enough to it anyway.
Campiotti in some trouble as he finds a big tight end off the right side.
Nice, almost like a screenplay. They were expecting that. They were expecting defense to come rushing in, and as he turned, he knew who he would be looking for, and he found the man. And this right now coming up will be the 9th play of the drive right now for Modesto as they're just methodically marching downfield slowly but surely. They started from their own 17, and in their first 2 possessions scored quickly.
That was Dalton Duracet with the reception as Campiotti looks to throw again. Over the center, end zone, in and out of the hands of number 21, Jacob De Jesus.
Just couldn't stretch his hands far enough for grab that one. Made for an exciting play, though. We were talking about earlier how they can allow 431 yards and yet be in a ranked team and get the wins that they do, and that's because a lot of times when you score quick and you go up quick, the offense of the other team's going to have the ball most of the time, although they may not make it in. And we've seen games where teams have gone almost 90 yards downfield each series and not scoring.
Campiotti again, defense flying in on that one as he lets it fly out of bounds.
And right now the Falcons defense waking up and putting a little pressure on the Pirates.
One more look at that one, just finding the holes and getting through. Nobody there. Short pass to the left side. Puts the man on the ground and finding yardage. That's Peyton Bass, the sophomore player out of Pittman.
He was ready for that one as he saw the defender coming in, putting the straight arm out there. But, of course, the West Coalinga co-player of the one he put the straight arm in put the hurt on him, getting him out, although that would have been close to a flag had he done that a little later.
Different look on the offensive end for the Pirates. Throwing over the center end zone. Touchdown, Modesto. That's 3 on the board for them. Number 17, Lucas Curtis. 21-0. 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Pump fake to the right side and finding his receiver wide open in the end zone. Nathan Valdez to kick the PAT. And another one is through the uprights. 22-0 on NorCal Sports TV.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there's going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
(22-0) at Modesto Junior College. The Pirates a strong stance on their home field against the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons.
3 possessions, 3 scores. That last one, 12 plays, 83 yards, capping it with a 20-yard pass TD. Of course, they also hit a 2-point conversion earlier, which puts them at 22 now. And a good showing for the Pirates here at home.
Here come the Falcons on the kick return, going from right to left, hurdling over a Pirate, and finds himself about the 22.
Yeah, once they start hurdling, that's when you start kind of grimacing, like, oh.
Good hands to pick that one up, and you see him whoop right there, right over the top of a Pirate, and that's where they will start their next offensive drive.
Not a bad place to start from their 23. Well, they could just put a series their last time with the ball. 7 plays, started from their 24 before having to punt near midfield. They put together a string of 6 straight pass plays that were just right on the money. They even got a flag and an offsides against Modesto, just eventually having to punt it away.
Holt throwing left side, and that one's incomplete.
You know, in baseball, they only can pitch so long before the arm starts to go out and starts getting a little sore. We know Holt likes to throw the ball. He can throw the ball. We've watched him throw some decent balls. There's only so many throws you'll have in your arm per game that you can handle.
2nd and 10 now for the Falcons. Holt looking right again. Over the top of the line, caught and down at about the 27.
Finds a man to his left, but yeah, you know, if he continues to look right, they're going to start just knowing that he's going right.
He actually only got 2 yards on that
just
one.
a couple of yards on it, right?
But 3rd and 8 now for the Falcons. Eight yards to gain, and they bring an extra running back behind Holt. And Holt taken down in the backfield for a loss of yardage. And that'll bring up 4th for West Hills-Coalinga.
Yeah, tough Modesto defense running in from the right tackle, coming in, blitzing in. Actually, that wasn't even a tackle. He's more of a linebacker coming around the outside. Number 33 there. Big tackle for Modesto.
Special teams back out on the field for West Hills-Coalinga. And the punter with the big leg, Tristan Valet, kicking again. A big boot, finding its way straight towards the broadcasting booth. And that'll go out at about the 50.
Well, Modesto's going to have some good field position here on their next possession. 3 possessions, 3 scores. We'll see what the Pirates can do here.
Campiotti back in control. And they will place the ball at the 45-yard line of the Falcons. So only 45 yards to go. It's Frias who's behind Campiotti in the pistol. Play action right side. Caught and a big tackle that time from number 8, Raymond Ortega.
The West Hills faithful who made the trek to Modesto, happy to see the tackle from that young man and a big defensive stop.
See the play action right there. Defense saw it, kept on going, but luckily there to stop number 80, Landon Ramos. Short pass left side again, caught, but another big stop by the defense as Lucas has nowhere to go.
Yeah, West Hills defense on this series right now, stopping them 2 in a row. You'll see the hit on the quarterback as he threw the ball, and then, of course, the tackle. Man-to-man, man-to-man. Modesto quickly finds themselves 3rd down here.
3rd and 10 to be exact. They completed both of their passes, but the defense able to stop them for no gain. Campiotti looking to put the ball at least 10 yards out. Straight over the middle, and that one's caught by number 21, Jacob De Jesus. And that's a first down for Modesto.
That's all they needed, a little shot in the arm, a little extra yardage, and now they're really threatening. Great pass, great play, well designed. Everybody staying in their lanes. Great execution.
Mario Brown credited with the tackle coming out of Chicago.
The Windy City to the Central Valley.
Another run up the gut by Anthony Frias, and another stop by the defense.
So 5 plays and 28 yards to the 17-yard line. Trying to keep it on the ground. And nothing doing there.
Modesto looking to the sideline to get the call from the coach, and they'll mix it up. In comes Dalton Durosette, who had one big play earlier off the right side. We'll see if he takes advantage of being back in the game. He'll be on the left side of the line in that tight end position. Now moving to the right side. Here's Campiotti. Running to the right side, and he gains a few.
It's a nice little run.
Frias following Lee Brinkman on the offensive line to try to get those yards needed. And Frias fighting his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Modesto. One more look at that one. Anthony Frias pushing his way through. Wide open hole. Nathan Valdez for another extra point attempt. Another booming kick. That one's good. That makes it 29-0. The Pirates up over the Falcons.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Modesto Junior College adding another touchdown and an extra point to their tally to make it 29-0 over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. I'm Levi Flores along with Justin Flores. Thank you for joining us here at Modesto Junior College. But if you want to go to more college football, you can join City College of San Francisco at Chabot. That's live right now on NorCal Sports TV.
This interleague game between Modesto at home and West Hills-Coalinga, each team now having 4 possessions each. Modesto scoring on all 4. West Hills still trying to find their first score.
Daquan Green with the kick return, fighting himself for some good field position starting this one.
Yeah, the one thing they have been able to do is the Falcons had good field position each run on a kick return. They have done well. They've actually put together a couple of good series, 7 plays or more, with some good passing and completions, and that's what they need because they are a strong passing team. The Pirates in their last possession, their fourth, 7 plays, 7 plays for 45 yards for the touchdown. 4 possessions straight for West Hills, 4 punts straight.
Falcons back in the wing T formation. Holt looking to throw. No surprise there. Over the top. That one's good for a first down.
Again, as you see the arm of Holt and his throws, that is D'Agostini Centel out of Hyattsville, Northwest High School out of Hyattsville, and a 7-yard pickup on first down there on that pass.
And they're marking him short once again, so only 8 yards on that one. Looks like they're getting the yardage, but just stopped a little shy on the ground, so that stops them at 2nd and 2 for Holt. Going with the rush game as they only need 2 yards, multiple flags on the field.
Nice to see he got the 2 yards. I'm curious about the flag, though. There could have been an interior hold on the offensive line. Any of these players stretch their arms out, they're going to get flagged for it, and that's going to be detrimental to them and will bring them back if that's what it is. They called a face mask against Modesto, so that is beneficial for West Hills.
Move the ball forward there. Automatic first down. 15 yards, so into Modesto territory.
That's a big jump for West Hills.
Another rushing play, finds himself left to right, and he gains 5 on the carry.
First trying to find the inside, moving to the right side, picks up quite a few yards there to start. 4 yards, not quite a few, but I guess more than what they have been getting.
Almost met in the backfield by Mark Buenrostro. Luckily, the running back had the eyes to say, oh, there's a player right there. Let's go to the other side.
Now it's up to the offensive line. Stay committed each play, giving their team that extra push they need to keep moving forward here.
Holt alone in the backfield, scrambling to the left side. Deep pass, has the receiver in the hands. That's caught at the 6.
Beautiful play and great dedication. And the receiver, Iverson Braziel, young man out of Cameron Park, falling backwards and staying dedicated, keeping his hands up and bringing it down. And what an amazing catch. And for the first time today, West Hills-Coalinga, the Falcons find themselves in the red zone, ready to strike for the first time in their 5th possession of the game.
Wing T, Brazil on the right side of Holt. Here's the snap, handoff. 2-yard gain on the carry. And we now realize why the Falcons are not a rushing offense.
Right. Yeah, the offensive line protects the quarterback, gives him the time he needs. He's got a great arm if he can find the receivers and put the ball where they need it. But, yeah, the ground game, they're good for a yard or two each play, but we haven't seen anything big from them on the ground here tonight.
Holt in the gun. Another rush right side, and the defense meets him in the backfield for a loss of 2.
So 2 in a row, ground, trying to throw Modesto off the scent of the air. I wouldn't be surprised if this time they put the ball in the air.
It's now 3rd and goal, and Jace Holt comes off the field, and replacing him is Ramon Ortega. Ortega, first time playing in the quarterback position. The only 2 people that have done that for Coalinga is, of course, Jace Holt and Nick Siegel. And the Falcons will take a timeout before they have a chance for the snap. 29-0. Modesto Junior College up over West Hills Coalinga.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football, Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
Falcons back out on the field after the timeout. And at the quarterback position is Ramon Ortega, who is actually a defensive back according to the roster and hasn't played in the quarterback position yet. But starting from the 5-yard line, let's see what Ortega can do. Pushes his running back out, looking to throw, and had the option to run. He does, but the defense meets him.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the play was for, what the design was, but Holt is coming back out now. I don't know if it was put in there to a surprise or maybe to run. Maybe whatever his special ability was, Modesto sniffed it out and stopped him quick. So 4th down, ninth play of the drive coming up.
They're going to have a last-minute switch up here, taking out a running back, putting in a receiver. I believe they're going to throw. Holt looking left, back in some trouble, taking it himself. Flip pass over the top, touchdown Falcons. Jace Holt finding Iverson Braziel, who caught the big pass to put him in the position in the first place.
Yeah, the man that put him where they were, eventually picking up the touchdown pass deep in the end zone. Nice catch, great play, and a great series for the Falcons here in their 5th attempt at possession of the ball.
Tristan Valley, not only the punter, but also the kicker, as he puts one through the uprights to make it 29-7. The Falcons trying to make it a game at Modesto Junior College. McHenry Village, quality, style, and selection. It is simply a matter of taste. Wonderful shops, fine dining, and more in a garden setting. A tradition of excellence since 1953. McHenry Village in Modesto.
West Hills of Coalinga College. The Falcons going 10 plays, 67 yards, capping it with a 5-yard TD pass by the man who put him in that place to begin with, putting their first points on the board. Modesto still with a commanding 29-7 lead, but right now the Falcons at least know that they can play football and even put one against a ranked team like the Modesto Pirates.
Live on NorCal Sports TV right now, City College of San Francisco at Chabot. You can watch that live or on demand, NorCalSportsTV.com, or on YouTube at NorCal Sports TV.
Always a good thing to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All games are free and wonderfully produced.
Modesto with the kick return, getting decent yardage to the 37.
Yeah, from the 18 to the 37, a 19-yard return kick for the Pirates, and find themselves in great field position here for their 5th possession of the game.
And that's Titus Riney, who was the kick returner, also had a touchdown earlier in the game. And he will be out on the field as a running back with Campiotti. Riney gets it straight up the gut, finding big yardage, splitting defenders, and he breaks free. Straight down the middle, end zone, touchdown, Modesto. One play for 63 yards. Titus Riney, 2 touchdowns on the night. 35-7 with 2.5 remaining in the first half.
Once he got past the linebackers, and there's the secondary, there was no stopping him at that point. They could not catch him. That inside run game from Modesto hasn't quite been there, but that one right there, nothing doing. They made it look easy.
Take a nice little stroll to the sideline. You deserve it, Titus. And the extra point attempt through the uprights. Once again, you can trust a good old place kicker. That makes it 36-7, 2.5 remaining on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Titus Riney getting every single yard on that drive for Modesto. He had the kick return that brought him up to about the 36-yard line. Then a 63-yard running play straight up the middle, finding his way into the end zone to put another 7 points on the board. 36-7. Now the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons looking to bring it back with another touchdown if they can before the half.
About a 5-yard pickup on that run, picking it up from the 5 to the 10. So each team has had the ball 5 times, 5 possessions. West Hills scoring on their last possession. Modesto Junior College has scored on every single possession. If we were to look at the time with the ball, West Hills-Coalinga would probably have the ball easily 2/3 more of the time, because as Modesto Junior College has had the ball, their drives have been short, 1, 2, 3 plays for touchdowns. So the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons offense has been on the field a lot. Modesto Junior College defense has been out on the field, and they are the ones that, as long as they're conditioned, they can remain out there. And the arm of Holt And the Falcons here is going to get a real test here as we head into the second half.
The big receiver, Iverson Brazil, out on the field for the Falcons, not getting this reception, but nobody is either, as it was too far ahead of Preston Conti.
Well, he still has a lot of Wheaties left in him because that one was thrown a little hot and a little too much for Colton to get. But he knew who he was trying to pass to, who he was trying to get. Just couldn't quite get it there. Well, he got it there, plus more is what happened.
See 85 right there, Iverson Brazil. He had the one big reception down the left sideline, putting them at the 6, and then Holt was able to find him in the end zone for their lone touchdown of the night. And I assume that he will be the big receiver throughout the rest of the game for the Falcons. Short pass to the right side, caught by the running back, fighting for yardage as the Modesto Pirates getting multiple hands on him.
Another pass completion, not a lot of yards, but it is a pass completion. That will keep the clock running.
That was Miguel Cerda.
Oh, they're going to give him no gain. I thought he got at least a yard on that play.
Alone in the backfield. It's Jace Holt. Gets the defense to jump off sides. There goes the flags and another incomplete pass.
You know, we mentioned earlier when they see the flags going, knowing that you might have a free play, good to look downfield. He had number 6 out there just taking off. That's Daquan Green. And had he looked up, he may have actually seen that he could throw to him, but he quickly knew he was going to throw to that guy already. One of the things Holtz needs to realize that, man, you got a free play and you see flags going up there, take a look downfield real quick and see who you've got as an option.
So a free 5 yards makes it 3rd and 5 for the Falcons. 5 yards to go to get a fresh set of downs. It's Jace Holt and the Falcons offense. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Holt looking to throw. And he's taken down by the defensive lineman, number 33, Peyton Bradford, which stops that Falcons drive on 4th and 6.
Special teams coming out to punt it away. Unfortunate for West Hills, that had been the norm for them before their 5th possession when they put 10 plays together for 67 yards to score a touchdown. And coming right back here for their 6th possession, a 3 and out.
Tristan Val, the punter and kicker, also an offensive defensive lineman.
He is a beast on that football, even when he puts it low.
Calls for the fair catch and gets it within Falcon territory. So less than 50 yards to go again for Modesto. We know what happened last time. Titus Riney put it down straight through the middle.
5 possessions, and that last run, yeah, man, he found the hole. He was able to get past the secondary. Once he got past the linebackers, I think at that point the safety and the secondaries back there just did not quite realize that he was blasting through. And he is fast and just took off on him.
Riney will move to the sidelines as Campiotti in the gun. Plenty of time in the pocket, finally scrambling out. Big hole to the left side, throwing, and he gets a reception off the left sideline, flags down. Moving left to right, big hole for him, end zone. And for the time being, it's going to be a touchdown, but most likely coming back as multiple flags in the backfield and a Falcon limping off.
You got to be kidding me. The heads-up play of the quarterback, the Pirates running for it, coming back behind the line of scrimmage, turning and burning, finding the open man. Look at this razzle-dazzle here. Here, I'll run with it. Nope, hold on, let me turn back. Coming back, throwing. There's a flag there. Flags here because of a push in the back by Modesto. That's what gave the runner the opportunity to get free, was a push in the back there. So 2 flags coming in, one of them for sure against Modesto. As you see, as the ball was caught, one of the Modesto players threw a block. Here we are.
Block in the back on Modesto. That is declined. Illegal receiver downfield on Modesto, and they will accept that one.
Yeah, that's the one they're going to want to accept, of course, because it comes back to the line of scrimmage.
If we take one more look at it, you see number 51 of Modesto, that is Alejandro Ramirez. He's on the right side right here, number 51. He will be holding that defender right there, finally taking him to the ground. That was a hold as well, but the Falcons getting what they deserve, and that pushes Modesto back. Big hit on Campiotti as he gets a man on the left side.
The penalties bring Modesto College back, Modesto Junior College. Second down and 15 here with 37 seconds to go, and that's the second time Campiotti has been hit tonight as he threw. He's a gamer, though. He stays in there. Got right back up, bounced up, and said, let's play another one, boys.
Peyton Bass to Campiotti's right side. He will have split receivers, two to both sides. Campiotti left side, same position that they threw to last time. That's caught for a first down. It's still fighting as the Falcons can't seem to bring him down.
You know, we talk about wrapping up. You can't just grab a foot. You grab a foot, players are told they're going to keep running. So he's just going to literally drag the defender here as he catches the ball, beautifully thrown. And then this right here, I'll grab the foot. Well, I'm going to drag you with me. We're going to take you down. Can you imagine that he dragged him all the way to the end zone? I mean, obviously that's not going to happen, but that was the plan with goals. You just keep moving. He did what he's supposed to do. 19 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Modesto wants to score again.
That was Ronnie Harris on the reception as Campiotti looking to throw to the end zone. Straight over the middle. That one's caught close to the end zone.
Unbelievable play as Modesto is just bringing it to the house here on almost every possession here tonight. 2, 3 quick pass plays, and they're right back ready to score again.
And an injured player down for the Falcons and a timeout by Modesto, 36-7, 7 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, that's good. All right, he's up. Oh. It's always good when you see a player come up on his own power.
McHenry Village, quality, style, and selection. It is simply a matter of taste. Wonderful shops, fine dining, and more in a garden setting. A tradition of excellence since 1953. McHenry Village in Modesto. 7 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Modesto Pirates looking to put one more touchdown on the board before they send it to the half. Campiotti play action right side, end zone. Finally brought down, but they're going to say it was incomplete, one too many steps, and that leaves 2 seconds on the clock for one more play.
Man, I thought, he eventually caught it. He was just out of bounds as he finally brought it down. Bobble, bibble, bibble, and just not enough to hold on to it. This is the sixth possession of the first half for Modesto Junior College. They've scored on every possession. If they actually score right here, which they are just within the one to do it, they would have a perfect half of 6 possessions and 6 straight scores.
And this is the play that will determine if they do that. It's Campiotti with Peyton Bass at his right side. Here's the snap. Campiotti in some trouble. Rolling left. And that one goes incomplete, and that will end the half 36-7. Can't quite get that perfect first half. As we take one more look at the final play, Campiotti trying to find the tight end.
Could have easily had a flag thrown. And let me see. Did they throw a flag there at the end of that play?
They're going to send him to the locker rooms. Falcons going first, Modesto slowly behind.
Okay.
But 36-7 here on NorCal Sports TV. They're popping more on the band.
Good evening. My name is Hills-Coalinga. What a beautiful evening here, and we're celebrating the centennial of Living Day with all of you here in the house. It's a special program that the 1980s Indian undefeated team celebrating with the team that was here, and we get the fun moment to get to know a little bit more in the next few minutes. Please enjoy the evening, please enjoy the game. We are MJC, the community stadium. Okay.
I think that was the 1982 that went undefeated.
These guys right here, best team we've ever been. Like 10 years in the NFL. The best team we've ever been. End of story. Thank you. Here's some support from the Boston. 92 years, 1980-81 national championship. Was a kicker and one of the best runners. I will also say that these two guys not only family, but we take this is what life is all about. Some of you, 40 years from now, have young friends that are brothers or sisters or whatever. This is wonderful, and I'm glad to see everybody here. God bless. Oh my God!
Nobody's scoring.
Thanks to MJC for this privilege and honor of being tonight. I wanted to say, we always two guys. And I gave my home, and I gave my Carol. Because the only two guys that passed these pictures, and I wanted to tonight. And thank you very much. That's everybody. Let's give a big clap of hands.
Double on the top of the
MJC has the largest athletic program in Northern California with 21 sports being offered.
I first came to MJC, Coach Stivers came to my house with Coach Peterson, and they kind of convinced me. Then the next day they put me out in Modesto B saying that Danny Velasquez commits to MJC.
I've always wanted to be a swimmer, and I thought that swimming at a JC first, I'd dip my feet in the pool and see if I could get recruited or not. It's very competitive, and you get very close with your teammates.
I've had athletes get their master's degrees, become doctors, chiropractors, lawyers, city council members. I think the best part of my job is getting phone calls from different types of employers that want to find out about some of the athletes that I've had in the past.
Yeah, I was able to get a scholarship to Cal State Fullerton through academic success and athletic success here through teachers and coaching.
It's like a family. I mean, we're always looking out for each other and always making sure, hey, what can I do for you? I got a student that needs this. Hey, I got somebody that needs this class, or I have this class open. What can we do for your athletes? I've seen MJC make a difference in the life of student athletes with the priority registration.
If you're a high schooler and you want to come to MJC, you can expect great coaches, a great counselor, and great student success specialists to help you along the way. We're there from start to finish. Even when you go to transfer, we even assist you after transfer.
The philosophy of our program is we're a student transfer program, so our job is to get the students in and get them out. We want the parents to know exactly what's going on and what we're trying to do from an academic to an athletic standpoint.
We always end up winning, we always being productive, we're always at the end. And the results of MJC and all the athletics are second to none. From what we start with to what we end with are not the same students. They come here and they get faster, or they get stronger, or they're a better player or a better teammate or whatever it is. They all succeed.
I always had dreams about playing college ball, and ending senior year without any offers to play big D1 ball, kind of heartbreaker. But I ended up grinding it out, hit the gym, made it happen, went to MJC, and got it done. I am signing with the Colorado University, go Buffaloes, got a full ride scholarship.
As long as you're ready to work, like Mustafa and all the other successful students we've had, all of the resources are there for you.
MJC has made me realize I can do anything. With all the hard work I can put into it, there's so much more I've done that I didn't realize I could do.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Arr, go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Wait, did you guys smile after a serious face?
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
The second half is just about underway as the Modesto Junior College Pirates up 36 to the West Hill-Coalinga Falcons 7. I'm Levi Flores along with Justin Flores. Thank you for joining us here. More college football on NorCal Sports TV, City College of San Francisco at Chabot live right now.
As the season gets longer and these league games start to take place and we see the teams that are destined to be the league lead, and we see Modesto Junior College, a ranked team in the state, playing some of the best ranked teams in the state already, even dropping a couple of games against those ranked teams today here in their first interleague play with West Hills-Coalinga. The Falcons really in control of the game in the first half. They had the ball 6 times, scoring 5 of those 6 times. West Hills have the ball 6 times, scoring once. They were able to put the ball and punch it in.
Modesto was 1 yard shy of that perfect half we talked about. They passed it over the middle, got all the way down to the 1 yard line, and that's where the first half stopped. So 1 yard short for Modesto of the perfect half. Starting out well again, not quite into Falcon territory, about 13 yards shy of it, but good field position for not Campiati, excuse me. It's going to be Marcus Ardunez who is going to start in the quarterback position.
20-yard return for the Modesto Junior College Pirates to start the second half. And so from their 40, good field position.
Ordinez taking a second snap of the night, starting with a rush straight up the gut, being hit at the line, but flying all the way forward near midfield.
Yeah, nice run. Modesto Junior College, I'm sure discussing and making some changes in the lineup, and right there, because they haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Nice big run for 10 yards, getting the first down.
Marcus Ordinez, number 8, now the quarterback for Modesto, 6'2" freshman out of Pacheco High School in Los Banos.
Yeah, when you've got a game that is this far away, you can bring in some of those players and see how they fare.
His first pass of the night received very well at the 30-yard line, making his way down to the 20, the 10, end zone, touchdown Modesto.
Wow.
Ordunez to number 16, Landon Lucas.
Run, pass, score. 3 plays, 60 yards to start the second half. Modesto just as on fire as they were to start the game.
Landon Lucas, the tight end, 6'4", out of Bayer. About 20 yards in the air and then taking it to the house 30 yards from there, so about 50 yards in total. And the extra point attempt is good as well to make it 43-7 early in the second half on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
Marcus Ordunez coming into the game as the starting quarterback in the second half, throwing one passing play for 20 yards in the air, being caught by Landon Lucas, and he takes it all the way to the house for the touchdown for Merced, starting the second half very strong. And Modesto, excuse me, I believe I just said Merced.
47 seconds of gameplay in the third quarter, and they already strike with their second team out on the field. MJC now 7 possessions, 6 scores out of those 7.
Fielded inside the 5 and being taken down at the 10. Staying on his feet, gets an extra 2 yards. A big late hit as they send Iverson Brazil down to the ground.
Yeah, Brazil is the guy with the sticky fingers for them on the receiving end. Took a late hit from Modesto Junior College here on the side. Got to the 10, 11, 12.
That should be a 15-yard penalty after the late hit. He went out at about the 12-yard line, so that should be the 27, 28-yard line.
If this is the variety that we are thinking, which it probably should be.
They're actually going to mark it off as about a 20-yard penalty. So better field position than we thought. Now at the 34-yard line. Jace Holt staying in that quarterback position as he should. Big arm, completing those passes, getting it to where the receiver needs it. Although struggling when the defense is coming in close, can't quite get it to the receiver in time, just like this one, and nearly intercepted as that one falls incomplete. Peyton Bradford there on the stop.
Under some pressure as Modesto bringing in the house and forcing the throw. The offensive line could not contain the number of runners coming in from Modesto. He had to throw it quick, even taking the hit as he threw it. Right now, the Falcons need to take advantage of that big penalty going against Modesto on the return kick and make something happen here. In good field position from their 34.
2nd and 10 now for Holt. Handoff, finds a big hole. There goes the Falcons for a nice gain of about 10.
We haven't seen a lot of that from them on the ground. It's nice to see that they were able to find a hole and the runner to look heads up, get beyond the linebackers and take in the secondary to actually bring him down. I mean, they literally had to chase him down from behind before getting him down. So good run and good movement of the ball here.
The Falcons in the second half missing one of their key receivers, Jared Matchett, who went out early in the first half with an arm injury. Now back on the sidelines, joining his team back out on the field, but not dressed up in uniform.
Got his right arm in a sling, more than likely a shoulder separation or some kind of muscle injury there. Good to see him that he's on his feet.
And without Matchett, they decide to go to the sideline with number 13, Preston Conti, who is their other sophomore option.
He's the gamer. He's the one that caught a lot of the balls in the first half, and good to see. Here they are back in their throws, back in the game. This is what they do, ball in the air. As long as it's being caught and you can move the sticks the way you're doing, it'll work for you. I mean, that's an 8-yard pickup on first down in the air.
Back into Pirate territory, and the Falcons, once they're in this position, usually do pretty good trying to march it down the field. As Holt looking to his left before the snap, but decides to hand it off, swallowed up in the backfield.
Boy, I really thought Holt was going to hold on to that. I thought on the quarterback option he was going to pull it back out into his gut, but he did not. Modesto defense was all over the runner, Isaiah Thompson, here. I mean, I seriously thought he kept it for a second. Had he done that, he would have had the defense fooled and would have had some huge yardage for the Falcons. And now instead they find themselves 3rd down and 4 as they lost 2 yards on that last play. It's been a hard game for them on the ground here tonight. Difficult to keep and be consistent on the ground for them.
3 options to the right side. Thompson moves out to his left. Holt throwing over the middle, in and out of the hands of Conti, and there comes the flags, as a pass interference on the Modesto defense will result in a first down for the Falcons.
Little too antsy, bringing down the intended receiver before the ball was actually there, and a wise flag thrown by the referees here. Probably warranted.
Conti kind of sold it on that one as well. You see them just flying up in the air, and that penalty will go on D'Angelo Bellamy.
It's unfortunate. It was really close, but he was really dragging him before the ball actually got there. What you don't see on the play was he had been already all over him and holding his arm in his forehead. He actually made contact early And what you saw at the end as the ball went through was the reaction after the contact had been made.
So the Falcons get a first down after the pass interference penalty, and they are knocking at the door at the 33.
A couple of flags has helped them out tremendously here.
1st and 10, Thompson on the left side, and he's taken down very short.
That's what we've seen early on in the running game. We did see one big 10-yard run here earlier in this series, but the running game has just not been there for the Falcons. It's been a difficult night for them as Modesto's quick to collapse, and the offensive line, without getting any holding calls, can't quite contain the fast defensive line of Modesto Junior College. You got to really chalk it up for Modesto Junior College defense. They've been out on the field a lot, and this is just barely the third quarter.
Empty backfield, no running options for Holt. Looked like possibly a false start on one of the receivers, but gets away with it. Nearly intercepted as that falls out of the hands of Dawson Booker.
Did you see who the intended receiver was? Isaiah Thompson, who is the running back, taking a run out, and I really thought he had a good opportunity here, but great defense as the secondary there, the safety almost had a interception for Modesto.
Holt trying to lead his receiver, which is what you're supposed to do as a quarterback, but led it a little too much, and the defender was in front of the receiver, and you don't want to lead your receiver when the defender is being led by him. Now Holt back in action as it's 3rd and 10. Plenty of time in the pocket, floater over the top, trying to find the end zone, but no one is there, as it's now 4th and 10 for the Falcons after a pass interference penalty, which got him the fresh set.
Receiver just ran straight out, and instead of cutting in toward the post, kept going straight, and so the ball just flew right past where he probably could have had it if it was a post play, but I'm not sure that was for post. Holt just seemed to chuck that thing in the air, hoping to get it to the receiver, but like you said, nobody there. So here's a big 4th down and 10. They really need this one here.
Moves Thompson to his left side. Plenty of time again, but the defense, big hit as he throws. And that one is incomplete, out of the hands of course, Iverson Brazil. And Holt gets back on his feet.
Mr. Sticky Fingers couldn't come up with it, and Holt really did take a hit. He stayed committed in the play. Watch this hit right here as he throw, bam, and just not enough arm to get it to Brazil. Holt staying committed. That was one of those plays where you say, I'm really sorry, QB. I'm really sorry, Holt. I couldn't catch that as the sacrifice you took for us there. So turning it over on downs.
And another big run for Modesto. A hurdle over the top and a first down for Peyton Bass and company.
It's almost like Modesto starting to showboat a little bit. I don't mean that in the sense that they're doing it on purpose, but right now what they're able to do is move the ball in ways that we hadn't seen. And right here, just a run up the middle, which we saw earlier by another runner who was able to break free. And that time being tripped up, had he not got tripped up, he would have probably went straight home for a touchdown.
Ordunez staying in that quarterback position. Campiotti hasn't taken the field in the second half as we see a short pass to the right side caught. And always fighting for yards. They're always fighting on that short pass. They can receive it, but they can't get the yards. That time it was Andrew Williams, a freshman receiver. Ordunez in the offense looking at the sideline, running plays that they probably don't do very often in games. Moving right side, Peyton Bass with a lane all the way down to the 20.
Big run for Peyton there. Finding lots of room, a lot of real estate to run for. And just with the right blocking scheme, if it wasn't for the tackle by number 16, Mario Brown, he may have ran that all the way for the touchdown.
Marcus Ordunez, before this game, only had 4 completions on 6 attempts, 66%, but 40 yards and 6.7 on average. Great job leading this team in his freshman year. Here's another handoff up the gut. It's Peyton Bass, and he's taken down.
Couple of yards, giving him some breathing room. You get 4 yards on first down. We got some options here. But now Modesto just in control of the game. The clock is running, keeping it on the ground rather than incomplete passes allows the clock to run. Still 30 seconds on the play clock. So they are definitely going to start taking their time here late in the game. Again, we've had 7 possessions of the night for Modesto. This is their 8th. They've scored on 6 of those 7. Right now threatening to score in the red zone, looking like they will strike.
Be aware of number 10, Holden Baldwin, one of the leading receivers for Modesto, just coming out onto the field. And instead they hand it off to Peyton Bass, who hits the line, takes the hit, but stays up, end zone, touchdown, Modesto.
Unbelievable. Running behind that receiver who you thought was going to get the ball, he ran through to the end zone and turned around and saw that his running back was right behind him, running it into the end zone.
Nearly hit in the backfield. He hits both lines. All the Falcons were just on both sides of him, but couldn't close in and stop him before he got to the end zone, which makes it 49-7. And with the extra point attempt high through the uprights, makes it 50-7 with 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter on NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games here.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the 3.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills? I have the chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
50-7, Modesto Junior College Pirates up over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. I'm Levi Flores along with Justin Flores. Thank you for joining us in Modesto. Also on NorCal Sports TV, City College of San Francisco at Chabot live right now. You can join them live or on demand, NorCalSportsTV.com or on YouTube at NorCal Sports TV.
And all Modesto here tonight, a fumble to return but picked back up. Wisely gets it to at least the 10 from the goal line. So West Hills, the Falcons have a lot of room here to move the ball and hope to put a series together. Again, their offense have had the ball most of the night. When Modesto gets the ball, they don't have but a few plays before they score. So it's been all Modesto defense and West Hills Coalinga College offense here out on the field.
Coach talking to the entire Falcons offense before they go out onto the field. And staying out there is Holt. And I told you during the break that I actually kind of want to see their backup, number 12, Nick Siegel. He's always over here sitting right by the offensive coordinator who calls the plays, helping him call it out to the rest of his team. A great player to have when he supports and he doesn't even have to be out on the field. So that's why I want to see him out there to see his heart in the quarterback position. But here goes Thomas once again breaking through a big hole, and he gets a first down on the first play.
Yeah, very nice run. Nice.
And that wasn't
run.
Thompson, that was Vondarius Gordon, who is a freshman running back as well.
Good to see a couple of players getting the ball, and the way he ran, kind of low to the ground, tucked the ball away. Coaches have to be happy to see that.
The
Brazil,
Falcons have,
Mr. Sticky Fingers is in the game.
Of course, just about to say that they have targets out there, not only him, but also Preston Conti, who's been targeted very, very much during this game. And there he goes again. It's Gordon, but he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
You can see Modesto defensive line, once that ball is handed off, they key in on that player and will not stop. And this time right here, I wasn't sure if the quarterback wanted to give it to him or not. I'm not sure if that was an option play for him. But it kind of drew a lot of attention to him once the ball was in his hands. He had nowhere to go but to turn up. It was too late by then. A lot of Pirates in front of him.
Brazil and Saintal on his left side, Conti on his right. Looking to throw. Finding its way left side, one receiver out there, in and out of the hands of Brazil. The sticky fingers no longer. Stickum has been banned for a long time.
Yeah, he couldn't get to that one. Of course, he fell backwards earlier, was picking off a pass, but that one just out of reach of him, I guess. And again, Holt still has the arm and can still throw some decent balls, and that one was actually put in the area where it couldn't. I mean, you couldn't have put it in a better place there. Brazil wants that one back. Let's try that one again, Coach.
3rd and 11, and they do need to try another deep play. 11 yards to go for a fresh set of downs.
Modesto Junior College really keying in and watching what receivers are out there because they know this team throws. They've really picked up on that.
Here they go again. Throwing the dart to the right side. Bullseye. First down for Conti and the Falcons.
Great pass. Great dedication. Great catch. Staying there despite Modesto right there ready to strike and tackle. That was a 13-yard strike. Picked up an extra 2 yards and could have easily had a flag thrown with a hit coming in by that safety there for Modesto. As we've seen that a lot here tonight. A lot of either late hits or hits that could be questionable. Again, West Hills has 7 players on the injured list coming into the game tonight. They lost one of their receivers early in the game as it is.
Holt playing from the pistol, but 2 running backs as he hands it off to Gordon, who finds no yardage and actually a loss of 1. They took out Conti on that play, so MJC was able to sniff it out and say, hey, one of their main receivers is out. They're going to run it, so they just went straight for it. But now Conti back out there, so 2 options for him.
We haven't seen a lot of options to different players here. Though they have players in positions. And we really don't know their depth chart as we are seeing them here. This broadcast team anyway here for the first time tonight.
Empty backfield as he's looking to throw. Left side over the top of number 88, St. Tal. He's been targeted a few times, and I believe only 1 reception for him tonight. And with that incomplete pass, it makes it 3rd and 11.
This has been the game for West Hills tonight. You get to 6-7 plays. You've only moved the ball 25 total yards. It's 3rd down and 12. They've scored on only 1 possession here tonight. 8 possessions for them, 1 score.
Gordon from right to left. Quick pass to the right side. It's Brazil.
Yeah, I like how he turned and burned once he caught the pass. And he's going to be shy of a first down. But you'll see here on the replay, as the ball was thrown and Brazil caught the pass, he did not hesitate as he just turned, pivot, and stepped out of bounds.
And before the punt, one more look at that replay. If you look to the left side when Gordon was moving in motion right to left, there is no defender there to stop him. He's actually wide open, and that's something that they should look for in the future, is for that running back moving in motion. He has him as an option. Yes, it's a design play to find that right side, but maybe look left next time. Another huge boot as the punt returner has to move back about 10 yards to pick it up. Big hole for him. He has blockers down the field to the 50, cutting to the left side. Down the left sideline, left, right. 3 blockers in front of him, and finally stripped down at the 15. Jacob De Jesus.
What a huge run for De Jesus and the Modesto Junior College Pirates, weaving in and out the blocking schemes. Watch the block here. Bam, give him an extra 10. Watch one more. Boom. Actually, that blocker ran out ahead of him. Otherwise, he may have actually made it into the end zone. He caught the ball near his 20, I believe it was. And a holding call against Modesto, and that's going to negate that entire run and the energy put forth on that man's run coming back because of a hold call.
One more look
Started
at that
literally
return.
at the 19. And as he weaved here and bobbed there, we're probably going to see a push in the back here at some point, more than likely. The hold is right, going to be right in that area. I didn't necessarily see anything, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So back to the 40 of West Hills, Modesto with the ball.
Rushing play, counter right side. He finds a big hole himself, taken down inside the red zone.
It's kind of hard for Modesto to do anything wrong here offensively. They've had a few flags against them from either special teams and a couple here and there, but for the most part, I mean, here it is a running play here, and this is a whole new player. And look at the hole he gets as he goes to the right side. I mean, he's running with the defenders, for crying out loud. He's splitting defenders on his own.
I'd look for a passing play here for Modesto. They're in that striking distance where it's a nice flick or a nice hard pass for the quarterback. They do have their secondary in, but they have some of those receivers who don't necessarily play every single play, and I think they're going to try to find one of those players just like on this left side, A.J. Brown, if Ordunez tries to find him. And there he is. A.J. Brown gets the reception, and he gets a few yards, but a flag down on the play.
Well, after a couple plays, they've moved the ball 26 yards, 21 yards on that run, 5 yards on that play, but we'll see what the call was here. Could be a holding call.
And an illegal receiver down the field for Modesto.
Did we have a lineman move a little forward? Sometimes if the defense doesn't quite block, all it takes is one of those linemen to move ahead of the game and go downfield. Let's see what we got here. It very well could be.
It did look like number 61, just a little too much, Chris Plaza.
We had a lineman that ran out ahead of him. They should have given him the ball, made him an eligible receiver. He'd have got 10 yards on that play.
A.J. Brown back on the left side, and Modesto, they had the punt return back 15 yards, and they took that pass reception away 5 yards. So we'll see what they decide to do here with another big play, rushing left side. Big hole again, trying to jump over the safety, and he's down at the 10-yard line.
But a nice big run for a number 25 there for Modesto.
That's Michael Ramos, the sophomore running back out of Lathrop.
Yeah, I'll tell you, one thing Modesto has done, has kind of proven, is the inside run game against the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons is really working for them. They've had some big runs. You know, a lot of times players want to get out to the outside because they got the speed. They've had success there. But one of the things they do is they've had some big runs when they blasted through holes. I don't know if that's just a tiredness or a conditioning thing, because they didn't have it early on in the game. But here in the second half of the game, they've been very successful there.
Coalinga allows 173 rushing yards per game and 194 pass, so about equal in what they allow as Modesto nears the goal line.
Nice little pass to the right side, gets a few yards. Second and goal for Modesto. Had a blocker there immediately. I think the intended play and the design of it would have been to have him go to the outside or just inside that block. Instead, he went a little too far inside and got caught by the defense.
Loading up the left side once again, you got A.J. Brown, Holden Baldwin, and number 13, Andrew Williams. But first, that's going to be the end of the third quarter, so 12 minutes left in it. Modesto up 50-7 over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
McHenry Village, quality, style, and selection. It is simply a matter of taste. Wonderful shops, fine dining, and more in a garden setting. A tradition of excellence since 1953. McHenry Village in Modesto. Modesto Junior College up 50 to the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons 7. A strong stance from Modesto. The entire game they were close to having the perfect first half. They were 1 yard shy of getting 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns, as that one looks to be incomplete from the 4-yard line.
They're in their 9th possession now, and they've scored on 8 of those 9.
So the second half, I don't want to jinx it because we've done that multiple times.
That's what I did
already,
earlier, right?
But the second half, perfect from this point, and they are inside the 5-yard line, and it's 3rd and goal. Ordunez And those are the flags. It looks like it's going to be on the defense, but not sure why the referees didn't blow the ball dead there.
Here's the replay. What I saw was a jump of the defense coming in, which would have been a free play. And if that's against the defense, then they're going to get the ball half the distance of the goal. We'll bring up third down and goal at the 2, and it looks like that's where they're setting the ball. Unfortunately, defense knew better to come in and to bring down the quarterback rather than allow the free play to take place, right? If you're going to blast through and you're going to get the flag, you might as well stop the quarterback from continuing the play, and I think that was wise on the defense, but now they have a little tougher job as West Hills finds themselves in this position.
Ramos gets the rush, end zone, touchdown, Modesto. Add another 6 points to it, keeping their second half perfect this time. 56-7, 11 and a half remains. One more look at it as Michael Ramos gets the handoff from Ordonez in an empty hole with a wide open end zone, leading Modesto to another big scoring game. Extra point attempt, good as well. 57-7, Modesto leads by 50 in the fourth quarter on NorCal Sports TV.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
11 and a half minutes remaining at Modesto Junior College as the Pirates are up 57-7 over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. A strong game from both teams, but the Falcons unable to get into the end zone as many times as they'd like.
Yeah, I'm sure they would like to have some of these plays back and a couple of those passes back that they had early on.
This return taken to about the 15-yard line for the Falcons.
And deep. The kicker for Modesto really doing a good job getting the ball deep for them. They had a penalty there against them.
And that will be against Modesto. I missed the official call, but a big penalty it was.
Looks like they're going to make him re-kick. It was way back here, back at the kicking area. We may have had some players jump the line ahead of the kick, which is probably the reason why they were to meet them. But, boy, I'll tell you, the guy that kicked the ball for Modesto really put his foot to it and got that thing just at the goal line. He couldn't put it in a better place there on a kickoff.
So they will put the penalty on the kick, which pushes them back 10 yards. And I think this kicker can actually put it in the same place. I think he's been holding up just a little bit on the kickoffs.
Yeah.
And the Falcons might be surprised on what they decide to do here.
I like the play of the West Hills coach of saying, hey, you know what, let's have him re-kick again, because one of the areas that both teams have done well on is on kick returns. They've each gotten about 15 to 20 yards on every kick return, and if we got something in a decent place, somewhere between the 10, 15-yard line, we could get this into the 40.
And it's Valdez kicking once again, and he finds it down to the 6-yard line. And it is number 85, Iverson Brazil, making a statement on the field and taken down at the 18. And we were exactly right. Nathan Valdez able to put the ball at the 5-yard line again, and I think that's just where the spot is for Valdez. He says, I want it at the 5, so it's not in the end zone and they can't get the touchback, and I don't want it any closer so that they can't run it back as much as they can.
Beautiful kick and way to cover the return. The return, Brazil trying to make something happen. A little razzle-dazzle. He went left side, saw nothing but Pirates in front of him. Tried to turn around, ran about 20 yards across field, and then didn't get much after that, and just got back to the 20-yard line after all that running. trying to make something happen here late in the game. And that's what can happen here. A little bit of emotions can get involved, and you start to try to be a hero. You try to do something a little risky. And that's the one thing that both teams don't want to do. You don't want to lose a player to an injury because of a risky move. And so what we want to see here is some clean play in the final quarter. And with West Hills with the ball, they know they can't score because they have. Play the game the coach has designed for you and play his program.
And Holt is taken down in the backfield. Another huge defensive stop by the Pirates.
Yeah, that was a big tackle as the big defensive lineman, number 87. That's Manny Tutuo out of Weston Ranch High School in Stockton. He's 6 foot, 300 pounds, and he's got a big cheering section here on the Pirates side of the field.
Second and 17 now for the Falcons. And a few players jumping before the snap. We'll see if it's offensive or defensive. And that will be a false start, so it is on the Falcons. Just another 5 yards for the Falcons going back, which will make it 2nd and 23. They've had some big plays. We know that they can get the first down, but I would say probably stick with the cutting route through the middle of the field, get halfway there.
Kind of hard to put together a series right now, and this late in the game down by this. A lot of emotions can begin to affect the players.
They'll stick with a handoff to the right side, and he finds nothing. And on the sidelines for the Falcons, Jeremiah Smith, number 35, the linebacker, freshman, limping, keeping all his weight on one foot as he talks to one of the trainers on the side.
With already 7 players out due to injury, having another player like that does not help them. Been a tough season already as they're 0-3. I know they probably love the game of football. They love to play it. Coaches love to coach it. One thing both coaches and players will agree on that they both love, and that's winning. And they're still looking to get their first victory. And I know they wanted to come in tonight and go against a ranked team and try to show that they can play some football. And they have put together a series for 1 score, but it's been a tough night for the Falcons as other flags now are in the air on the snap. And that could very well be an offside call against Modesto this time, though, which will bring the ball and move up in West Hills' favor.
Coalinga's upcoming schedule, they will play College of Sequoias next, who is not in the top 25 rankings in the state of California, but they do have some points. How it works, the top 25 teams, they get a certain amount of points, and that puts them in the rank. But then there's other teams, kind of like an honorable mention. They get points, but they're not quite there in the rankings. So College of Sequoias might be a good team for West Hills-Coalinga to face off against, possibly getting the Falcons their first win, but then they'd play a tough 3-game schedule after that where they face off against Ridley, Fresno City, and Sacramento City. And here goes Conti down the middle. Holt finding him, staying on his feet, scrambling up and down at the 30, but getting the first down, which is most important.
That is the shot in the arm this offense needed to have because they know they can do it. They know they have the skills to do it, and that is the bread and butter plays. Holt to Conti, that's what they're known for, and that was huge. And you hear the wake-up of the crowd here on the hometown side of West Hills that have come, the faithful driven all the way to Modesto from Coalinga to watch this game. Excited to see that pass reception here late in the game and excitement again in the stadium.
Preston Conti, the number 2 receiver for them, 12 receptions on the season, but this time doing it for him in this game against Modesto.
Nice little handoff, little misdirection. Even Holt following through, making it appear like he still had the ball looking to throw, which gave an extra yard or 2 for the running back to get to. Of course, they'd like to get 4 yards on first down on a running play to give them those options in the midfield. But the one thing we do know about Holt is he can throw 10, 13-yard strikes.
He will be put in the gun this time. Throwing left side, and he finds a receiver inside the 20, cuts upfield, gets the first, and down at the 10 is number 88, D'Agostino Saintal.
Another great play, another good good connection here, and another set of fresh downs for them. And actually, they're because they're just outside the 10, they can get another first down. And so out of nowhere, West Hills-Coalinga here putting together a series and making some big plays and connecting. And this is, I mean, if you take away the misconnects and the incomplete passes that should have been passes and the big plays early on in the game, this game could be really close. Center got the ball stuck in his glutes on the snap there. It's the only way to explain it. You go to snap the ball and it just kind of gets stuck there.
So that's 5 yards on the Falcons. 1st and 15 now on the 17. So the first down marker is at the 2. They do have a chance to get a fresh set of downs, but I'd like to see them get more points on the board. Holt rolling, throwing, and out of the hands.
Man, the defense and the offense both clicking at the same time. That one just went in favor of the defense, and that time a great defensive stop, number 27 for Modesto, Trevin McClendon there, just getting there at the time that he needed to stop that pass from being caught.
Daquan Green coming out of the game for the Falcons.
So watch for Brazil here. He's on the left.
Their receivers in that slot positioning. And here goes Holt looking to throw again, left side. And there he is. Brazil gets it at the 10, cutting up the left sideline down at the 6.
Man, he's going to be just short of a first down, but man, they had that play designed for him. You can see it from the get-go. The only thing about Holt that he does is he telepaths the passes. He looks to where he's going to throw prior to throwing it rather than looking somewhere away. And that could be one of the things that the coaches have keyed up on and told the defense wherever he's looking, that's where he's throwing. That could be why they just can't get the passes they wanted to. But right there behind D'Agostino on that play was perfect.
Holt in the gun trying to get the defense to jump offside so that they can get closer to that first down marker. Running the ball up the gut. The defense was there to meet him in the backfield, but thought that Holt still had it. And this one going to be marked at 4th.
Oh, he didn't quite get the first down. That is unfortunate for Vondarius Gordon because as he went inside the hole, had he just given himself one more leg push, he would have had that half yard needed. But they're going to go for it here. I mean, this is it with 6 minutes to go, down by 50. You got to go for it here.
Brazil,
and even under center for a quarterback keep, but nothing there.
Brazil and Conti both on the right side. They decide to have an option, rolling left, and he's taken down at the 6, which turns it over on downs back to the Pirates with 5 minutes, 50 seconds left.
Trying to go to the outside, it just didn't work. Instead of just going inside or even under center and just, going under center and just following your center, you can move that ball a half a yard fairly easy, but that thing just didn't work. Modesto, congratulations for the big defensive turnover on downs. And now with the ball, they can control the clock with 5:49 to go. And a lot of yards to go, too.
High snap into the end zone, and the Falcons jumping on it for a touchdown. They get the 6 points anyway. West Hills-Coalinga, 2 touchdowns on the night.
That is the first misstep, and miss-snap that we have seen against Modesto. It just happened to be on their own 6-yard line, and West Hills turns around and gets the touchdown. It was going to have to be defense to get it rather than the offense. But congratulations.
And that was number 50, Ricardo Castillo, jumping on the ball to get the touchdown. One more look at it here.
Number 5.
And 5 made the stop, but 50 able to jump on it to get the touchdown. And it looks like they will go for the extra point to make it 57-14 if this one can go through the uprights. And it does. 57-14. A failed snap leads to a Falcon touchdown on NorCal Sports TV.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
(57-14), West Hills-Coalinga getting a touchdown off a failed snap, but here goes Modesto getting it on the kick return, staying in bounds off the right sideline into Falcon territory, not giving up in this fourth quarter.
Little shot in the arm for the defense for West Hills, scoring that touchdown on the fumble recovery. That was the first time we've seen anything like that from Modesto tonight, but this kickoff return was huge, taking it from the 20 all the way to the 30-yard line of West Hills. So he just ran the ball 50 yards to get where they are now.
Carter Williams with that kick return, and that'll be an incomplete pass. The defense was thinking that it was going to be a backward lateral, which would give the ball up. But if we take a look, he actually runs into his running back. Boom, there it is as he's throwing. And maybe also Orduna said, there's a defender right there. I got to make sure this hits the ground. But either way, two mistakes there as he runs into the running back. And then that one falls incomplete. So Ordunez again rushing straight up the middle, finding a big hole, getting around defenders, end zone, touchdown Modesto. Michael Ramos, the sophomore running back out of Lathrop, getting a late fourth quarter touchdown.
2 plays, 35 yards, touchdown Modesto. Watch this here as the blitz was on. They exploited the blitz, got through the hole and past the secondary, and he was gone.
6 more points, 63-14, and we know that this kicker is automatic, which should put it at 64-14. But we'll see for Nathan Valdez, the freshman kicker out of Ripon. And a failed snap on that one. Rolling to his right side, Ordunez has to make a play. 2-point conversion in the hands that time. That one's good for 2. 65-14 as Modesto only making 2 plays. Another failed snap, but this one turns out good for them.
I think I've seen it all until now.
65-14. One more look at this one. The failed snap. Ordunez able to pick it up, roll it around the defenders. He had one guy out there. Great job. We have to give the credit, too, to Holden Baldwin,
absolutely.
Who he knew it was supposed to be a kick, but still ran out there in a route receiving, and it just happened to be that he was the lone receiver out there to get the reception.
Yeah, absolutely. Great heads-up play everybody made. I mean, that's 2 failed snaps in the last 1 minute of gameplay for Modesto in their own end zone, which resulted in a fumble and a recovery by West Hills and a touchdown. And then that one right there on the extra point after a huge touchdown. And so right now, all of a sudden, their snapper, I don't know if they have a new snapper, a new center maybe came in to get some snaps here today with the game so far away, allowing second, third string teams, players to come in.
Five minutes, 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter in Modesto, but also in Chabot live on NorCal Sports TV. City College of San Francisco is playing Chabot. That game's still in the third quarter, 10 minutes left in the third to be exact. You can join them right now live or on demand, NorCalSportsTV.com, or on YouTube at NorCal Sports TV.
West Hills from their own 6 to the 26. 20 yards pickup on that kick return. That's been pretty common for them tonight. The one thing about both these teams, they've had some good kick returns. Modesto, I think, averages probably another 30 yards on every kick return over these guys, but the one thing these teams do have going for them is kick returns.
And I'm not sure if you saw on the replay there, but who has their helmet on? No other than number 12, Nick Siegel, and he will take the field on what could be the last possession for the Falcons, but we'll see the heart that he has going out there in the quarterback position. Siegel on the season, he has 7 completions for 13 attempts, 54 yards per game, and an efficiency rating of 133 which is higher than Jace Holtz, but also he doesn't play as much in the games. But we'll see his arm and his passion during this drive.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing this guy.
And the defense meeting the running back in the backfield.
They were waiting for that one. Modesto knew that was going to happen, and here comes the offensive line once again getting huge props from the hometown crowd. As you see, I think it's number 48 that just blasted through. I mean, there was absolutely no holding back. That number 48, he knew where he was going.
Junior Suavo with the tackle, 6'2" freshman out of Washington. And here he goes again. Siegel looking to throw for his first time in the game, in some trouble, and he's taken down in the backfield. But then there is a flag down on the ground as he was tackled.
Again, it looks like it might have been number 48 that actually got to him first. And I wonder if there's a whole new offensive line here, because this can't be the same offensive line that has been playing against the rest of the team.
And that will be a defensive penalty against Modesto, so pushing him forward to 3rd and 5 now. And the teams will move over to their sidelines for the time being. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left as Modesto leads 65-14 on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of MJC football is brought to you by Modesto Junior College, American Asphalt, Big Island Movers, McHenry Village, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
(65-14) Modesto Pirates up over the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons. And out on the field for the Falcons is Nick Siegel, getting his first start in this one on the final possession, most likely for the Falcons in this one.
In a couple of tough snaps, I think they have some new offensive line members because Modesto's just been able to find them so quickly.
And we see his arm as he gets a reception for a first down, complete to Daquan Green.
Nice pass.
Beautiful, nice bullet pass, not wobbling at all, straight into the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, he threw it really fast that time. But he found his man and put it right where it needed to be.
Now that he has his arm warmed up, we will see what the Falcons do next on 1st and 10 near midfield. Short pass left side, finding Conti for a few yards.
Same program, new quarterback, couple of new players, same receivers. Nice pass, actually. Just had enough arch on it to get to Conti right in the place it needed to be. I mean, the stats show that he can throw the ball. Notice West Hills is never under center. They're in the gun every single time. I noticed that for Modesto, too.
Running play up the gut, and the defensive line is there to meet him, but can't drag him down. Terrence Ray III dragged the defensive line member for about 10 yards before he was able to get knocked down. Here we see him. There it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Just dragging a big defensive player.
Tough running, but when you're just going lateral across the line of scrimmage, that's not going to help you much. You need to move forward. But there's got to be a lot of promise and a lot of things the coaches might be seeing by some of these players who haven't had a lot of game time out there.
And I'd be aware of possibly a quarterback running play here on 3rd and 5. And Siegel looking to throw right side. It's caught. And he's going to be stopped close to the line to gain.
Yeah, what's hard right now
and he's slow to get up, too.
Yeah, he took a hit pretty hard there at the end. One of the things that the players need to do is once they start running, need to keep running, not stop and try to move around. Just keep running, go head forward. But, yeah, he took a pretty good hit there.
Looks like he's cramping. It's Daquan Green, the player down on the field, and the big cramp. You see how much they're moving his legs there to try to get him back up on his feet to move to the sideline.
Yeah, his calf is... It looks like he's got a baseball for a calf right now. Yeah, good to see him. I'll get him stretched out here in a second. There it went. The minute the cramp is gone, let me put my foot down and see if I can walk this one off.
Fourth and inches for the Falcons, and they will go for it.
I need this here.
Siegel, option play, takes it himself, and another big hit by the Modesto defense, drilling Siegel straight to the ground.
You know, we've seen both these teams with less than 1 yard to go, fourth down conversions, and yet they're still in the gun. Nobody goes under center. You know, one of the quickest things you can do, go under center and just follow your center forward a half a yard. Doesn't seem like much. It is difficult to do, but I noticed none of these teams, I don't even think Modesto's been under center once, and so the turnover on downs, Modesto takes no hesitation and comes straight out ready to play. No huddle at all.
And with that option play where they can give it to the running back or they could take it himself, he did make the correct decision as the ball's out again and the Falcons get the ball back at midfield.
My goodness. Last time that happened, Modesto was in the end zone and West Hills scored.
And flags way after the play, but let's take another look. A great snap, actually, but Ordunez just had the ball come straight out, and you see the big hit late there. Great job by the defense, rushing straight through and making sure that the ball was going to come out.
Got another player down
and
on the field.
The late penalty will be against Modesto as they march the ball all the way down to the 35, so the Falcons getting it at the 35, but yes, a player down.
Falcons have good field position with just under 2 minutes when they get the ball back.
See him down there working on the legs. You can see him flinching. Can't quite make out the number.
I think it's a lot more than a cramp that we're dealing with here.
Possibly number 49.
Not something you want to see. You know, one of the things we mentioned early on with the teams, especially as the game started getting away from a score point, we wanted to see good football, no injuries, clean. And West Hills already ailing with 9 players out due to injury. We lost one early in the game on a pass. That player with an arm sling, and now this player obviously dealing with his left leg.
While the medical staff is taking care of the Falcon down on the field, you can either join in Chabot as City College of San Francisco is playing at Chabot live right now on NorCal Sports TV, or you can hear a word from our local NCS TV sponsors.
Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we're big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. A loyal supporter of Modesto JC football. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya.
And the injured Falcon back up on 1 foot at least, being carried off the field by his medical staff.
Well, you know, you just don't want to see things like this. You want the players to have a good game. You know, we Again, West Hills is already ailing from some injuries to the players. Their team is limited right now.
If I get the correct number here, I do believe that's number 99, John Mosby III.
Yeah, and it looks like it could be his kneecap. Somewhere in that area of the quad to the knee. Knee injuries are not the, you think of basketball players when they have torn ACLs and MCL ligaments that are in there, little filaments in the knees, man, those things tear and it's just, you're done. You can put no pressure on it.
On that play that he got hurt, the Falcons punished the Modesto offense and got the ball back on a fumble, but flags on this one as he let the ball fly over the middle.
So we're seeing the second-string quarterback again here taking the snaps, and you see the arm that he has. No different than Holt. These guys, they've got a team that these guys can toss the ball. And in that one, too, we thought the player being open just over his head. A little out of reach.
That's going to be a 10-yard penalty pass interference. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 25-yard line, and a slew of penalties in the past few plays. So the Falcons, they got the ball back on a fumble, but then Modesto was called for an unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, which put them 15 yards forward at the 35, and now a 10-yard penalty pass interference, which makes it 1st and 10 at the 25 as Siegel looks to throw on the left. It's Conti cutting up field.
Next to 3 feet wide on the field, and Conti would have had probably room to run to the end zone. Nice pass, nice reception. Conti's one of their game players.
Siegel staying out there, 2 receivers to both sides. He has Conti. He has Brazil. Alone in the backfield, looking to score one more time before the end of the 4th, and that one just on the backside of number 88, D'Agostino Saint-Tal.
Just sailed right past him, behind him, actually, instead of being out in front of him. I think the ball was thrown just behind him, and just not enough to get there.
So number 9 and 99 out for West Hills-Coalinga. Matchett getting hurt in the first half, and now John Mosby III still being worked on the sideline as this rushing play results in a loss of 3.
Isaiah Thompson. Been pretty much their game today. It's been a tough one on the ground for them today.
Siegel gets the call. It's 3rd and 12. Three targets to the right. Siegel trying to get the defense to jump. Can't do so.
They've gotten caught on that hard count a couple of times here tonight.
Thompson moves from the right to the left. Siegel looking for him. And not even looking for it, and a big hit from the defense.
Well, I tell you, even though it was a misplay, a miscommunication, Thompson hitting the defender there because the defender was actually going to catch that ball for an interception. I don't know what happened there. Thompson didn't realize the ball was coming his way. He didn't even have his head to it, but the defender thought he was going to catch that for a run.
.55 seconds now on that incomplete pass. It's 4th and 12. Siegel looking for the first and possibly the touchdown. 2 running backs. In the wing T, 3 receivers. Siegel in trouble, looking end zone and way overthrown. Intended target D'Agostino Saint-Tal, but that will turn it over on downs back to Modesto, who will most likely take a knee and end the 4th quarter.
A little too much on that one, a little too deep, and not enough to get there for the, well, actually it was more than what was needed to get it in there for the receiver. Modesto Junior College defense has played a well game here today, been able to stop West Hills more times than necessary. West Hills was able to put some series together for some touchdowns, but it's been pretty much all Modesto.
And Ordunez takes the knee. starts the clock from 50 seconds. They'll have to take one more snap, but that will do it. So Modesto taking a victory 65-14 over West Hills-Coalinga. We knew it would be a good game for Modesto, but did we know it was going to be this good?
Yeah, a blowout or not, we weren't sure. West Hills is looking for their first victory of the season. You never know what kind of team is coming in here. We know they can put some ball in the air. We saw some great plays here today, some great opportunities. West Hills actually had the ball offensively probably longer than Modesto. Marched the ball down a few times in their series, but just couldn't punch it in for a touchdown. It was just unfortunate for them. Modesto was just almost on target out of 11 attempts here tonight, possessions. Actually 12 if you want to count the knee down. Out of those 12, scoring 8 touchdowns. That's not bad. Every time they had the ball, they were able to put a series together. But toward the end there, I don't know if it was second teams or some folks that just hadn't played much. All of a sudden, some long snap issues, some fumbles. West Hills had a little light put in there, a little shot in the arm because they had some opportunities, recovering fumbles in the end zones and so forth, and a couple of late hits and some flags. But West Hills is flanked by a lot of injuries right now, and they're in a rebuilding stage. And coach and the teams, they do have some great players, good arms on the quarterbacks. And so, I'm sure they'll get a victory or two here the rest of the season. They got a lot of football still to go. But Modesto Junior College, being a ranked team, playing their first interleague game here, is showing some improvement and showing some big promise here for the rest of the season.
Modesto will move on next week to play at Reedley College, who is another ranked team. So
that's the one you're not going to want to miss.
Absolutely, be aware of that one. And then upcoming after that, they will be back at home playing Fresno City, another ranked team. So 2 in a row, and then they play Sacramento City, then College of Sequoias. And the College of Sequoias, they're not a ranked team, but they do have a few points like we were talking about earlier in the poll. You get a few points, one of those honorable mentions. So 3 big teams coming up for them. Sacramento City a little bit lower in that position, but still another tough team to beat in this league.
Always fun during football season. If you ever want to come out and support any one of these teams in these schools, they'd be happy to have you. They'd love to have you. And if you can't make it, you know where you're going to find it, and you'll be able to see it thanks to NorCal Sports TV and Dion and the rest of the guys with the vision to have these games. It's always fun to be a part of them. I'm having a blast.
If you want to join me, Levi Flores, and Justin Flores in future games, Friday night, Somerville Bears high school football, and then on Saturday, Merced College playing back at home. You can join us there. But for our producer, Dion I, and the rest of our crew, I'm Levi Flores saying goodnight from Modesto Junior College.